Bob Woodruff traveled down to Texas to sit down with former President George W. Bush about a cause that is close to both their hearts. And Bob joins us now. And the president has really made this whole cause of wounded veterans one of the signature causes of his post-presidency.
He has now. You know, he has actually been mostly out of the spotlight since leaving office 2.5 years ago. But when it comes to thanking the men and women he sent to war, he's at front and center. I had a chance to sit down with former president yesterday to chat about our nation's veterans and to try to get his thoughts on the current crop of GOP candidates.
Are you trying to get me to talk about politics? I'm not going to let you.
Well, we're in Texas, though. You were the governor of Texas, and you ran. Now there's another one, Governor Perry.
Yeah,
you got some advice for him?
I'm not going to talk about politics.
And what about recent comments by a Texas pastor, a supporter of Governor Rick Perry, that Mitt Romney is not a Christian?
I mean, this idea that the pastor thought that Mormonism is a cult.
Yeah, I just read that, and look, I'm not going to opine on subjects of politics. Listen, I'd love to be in president, but there's a time to get off the stage. I mean, I had 8 years in the White House, and I gave it my all, and I'm through. Scott, how you doing?
I think we're playing the first couple holes here.
Very cool.
Eager to stay away from politics, his post-presidency has been dedicated to the Bush Center's efforts, like honoring the nation's vets. I joined him in Irving, Texas yesterday for a practice round at the Warrior Open, a golf tournament for severely wounded vets
You crushed that.
of Iraq and Afghanistan.
You know, I love these guys and love the women who serve. And to the extent that I can help them, I will. To the extent that I can herald their courage, I will. Yeah, baby.
You know, these guys have accomplished a lot, but there was a recent report that was released from the Pew Research Center. Pew Research Center says that about 1 out of every 3 veterans that served in Iraq and Afghanistan believe that this war was not worth fighting.
Well, I hope history proves them wrong. That the only way for there to be peace is for free societies to emerge. And, you know, history takes a while to unfold. I happen to think it was worth fighting. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put them into combat.
Do many of these veterans tell you that? They don't think it was worth it?
I haven't had one veteran tell me.
They all tell you that it was worth it?
No, they all tell me they were proud to serve.
As president, he lived for 8 years in Washington, but now home in Texas. He's happy to be close to his family. His father, the first President Bush, is now 87 years old.
How's he doing?
He's having a little trouble walking, but his spirits are high, and he's a fun man to be around still. I'll tell you an interesting fact. I'm the only president with both parents alive after the presidency.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And so therefore, I feel blessed. I feel blessed. In many ways, I feel blessed, but one of the ways I feel blessed is that I had both parents alive during the presidency and both afterwards.
Now this morning, the president begins his 2-day golf tournament for the veterans. In order to qualify, all the players actually had to prove that they have handicaps 20 or better. President Bush says that his handicap is around 7. Now, he did not play golf at all while he was president. As you know, he's now back to that. He's playing 3 times a week.
And he got a handicap to show for it. 7 handicap. Okay, Bob, thanks very much. And you'll have a lot more of your interview tonight on World News.